You know we'd rather be with you.
Personally, I feel like you've said your piece already is on Brad X, and as far as your what's going on with you and Richter now. So I mean, I don't know if you'd want to touch on that anymore, but one thing I'm kind of interested in is what's the deal with Bobby B? Like that dude has nothing but venom for everybody, man, and it's like I always wondered if you have anything to say about that.
Well, well, I mean, Bobby B. There's a couple people that need some help. To say the least. Bobby B. is one of them. Some counseling probably, and to be quite frank,
Yeah.
and Richter, other one for his addictions. To be quite honest with you, no one wants to see anybody kill themselves.
No. Yeah.
Richter to get help for himself for number one. So Bobby B, me and Bobby B have always been homies back in the day. We've always smoked a lot of bud and hang out and had a good time. And when I started hanging out back in the early days of Cottonmouth Kings. We got a record deal. I was hanging out on Bobby, sleeping on his couch a lot, and
Yeah.
hanging out in the South Bay. That's where I met Chucky and Gillies, all those guys. Like in early 2000, I met all those dudes, and hanging out at Bobby's always been cool, but I don't know. Bobby thinks everybody owes him money or something, or like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Bob, there's no, But to get another thing clear, Bobby B didn't make it. People go, Bobby B's the man. Like Bobby B, Bobby B never made one beat on Cottonmouth King's record.
Yeah.
He made a couple beats, but none of the songs you would really know. Like just some underground songs, like some remixes, and he made his own beats for his own artists and some stuff like that. But he never made any Cottonmouth Kings beats or nothing like that. Bobby B was, he was a hired member by Suburban Noise Records. He was never part of the Cottonmouth Kings partnership. He was a hired member, and Bobby thinks I don't know, Bobby B just he went on the internet and just he never called anybody. If you have something to say, or you got something to say, just call me or call Zinger or call Richter or call Daniel or call Brad.
Yeah.
Whoever you got to talk, Chuck, whoever it may be, just call them. And Bobby's, he's a man, but he goes on the internet and just, fucking runs his mouth and just speaks his mind. And to me, all he's doing is just hurting the legacy, the band, everything we've created. When it just takes a phone call to call somebody if you got a problem.
Yeah.
And if you think somebody owes you money, show me how I owe you money. Show me where I owe you money. Show me the paperwork that says you're owed money in this way. And show me everything so I can understand where you're coming from. And if you're just venting because you're pissed off, mad at yourself because you didn't, have a personal manager look over your own career as you walked your way through Cottonmouth Kings like you probably should have, instead of, at least get somebody to help you, so you could ask them questions along the way. And now you have so much bad stuff to say about everybody. It's pretty sad that, and then he's goes on, he's selling Cottonmouth Kings skateboards and
Yeah.
fucking, Cottonmouth Kings this, D-Loc that, and blah, blah, fuck everybody. But at the same time, he's pay to watch me spin Cottonmouth music and buy my Cottonmouth skateboards while I run my mouth about the guys and tell everybody how bad everybody is. But, I'm here to Daniel's here. We're all here. We're here to fix all that. We don't want to. That's what we're doing now. We're cleaning all that up, all that mess.
Yeah.
In putting the spirit back in Cottonmouth Kings in a positive way through new music, good shows, hanging out, good vibes, and letting the truth be told. No one knows Bobby shit. No one knows Bobby nothing. Bobby's not owed no money by me. Johnny Richter's not owed money. He's not owed no money by me. And no one's owed shit. Only thing
Yeah.
they're owed, they're owed them, they're owed. They need to owe something to themselves. They need to go get seen. They need help, and they need to do what they need to do as human beings for themselves. That's what they owe to themselves. They need to take care of themselves a little bit, and that's my honest opinion.
Yeah.
And but I don't let none of that shit affect. Try not let it affect me too much. Bobby's never once tried to call me or reach out to me, but he sure has a lot to say to me on the internet.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So that kind of sucks a little bit. I thought we're a little tighter than that, but I guess we're not. He has his own feelings, but Bobby B's always been like, we used to joke and call him Whiny B, because those used to whine all the time. We used to joke, call him Whiny B. Pac and everybody used to call him Whiny B, Whiny B. He's always whining and complaining, and he's still whining and complaining, and he's doing a lot of it, and it's starting to it's like, bro, like, you're still, do something with your life, bro. Like, do something, like, grow as a human being.
Yeah.
Get over it, learn, accept it, move on, and be a better person, and understand, and growth. And so he don't want to, he's still just the same old Bobby B. I think people respect Bobby B a little more if he was a little more positive.
Yeah, it's like you said, you want to talk to him.
And just DJ'd his nightclubs and continue on his career, and if he just move on as a human being, and I think he would get respected a lot more.
It's very strange. It's like a lot of, this is honestly like my opinion, blah blah blah. But I've never been anything but respectful of the dude. I've asked him to come on the show a few times, and he can have his perspective, whatever. Like that, I'm a fan of the band, of the group. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a fan of Bobby B. I'm a fan of all these guys. But they make it pretty hard. Like, I told him I was going to be doing this interview with you, and that if he had anything to say, like, let me know, and that he can come on and give his part of the story later on, some other time. My platform was always open, and he sent me back a pretty salty message, saying that I basically let you guys come on the channel and tell lies, and that like not once have I had anyone on to tell the truth. And I'm like, dude, how many times have I asked you to come on? And how many times has everyone else, like you and Zinger, said, like, let's talk, we'll do it wherever you want, and he never wants to.
Yeah, like, I'm here to tell I'm not here to, I want to say a lot of the birth come out, like, it's so I'm not here to lie or talk shit. I'm here to just tell people, kind of explain a little bit what happened, and if they, whatever, like, I'm moving forward, like, yeah. I learned a lot, from all that stuff, and I accept what happened, and it's my fault for this and my fault for that, and I could have done a lot different, and watched my back a little more and stuff like that. But you know what, I've learned, and I moved on, and I'm happy with myself, and my family and stuff, and who I've become and what I am.
For sure.
And,
fuck yeah.
So I keep, so none of that, I don't really, all that stuff don't really bother me too much. So I don't go talk about it all the time, like Bobby.
Yeah. And it's nice to see everyone moving on, especially like a lot of the fans. And you have, like, y'all guys did the gathering and shit. It seems like a long journey from the ICP investigates thing they did to you guys on the stage at the gathering. Like, it's nice to see, like you said, people are moving along. The movement's picking up a lot of steam again. It's really and to see you be able to be on the stage again with, like, Chucky and everyone, and it's just like, it's like progress can be made if you don't hold it back, and if you're not hell-bent on just talking shit, you know what I mean?
It's been a long journey, brother.
For sure, man. Yeah.
It's been a rough few years, and I've taken a lot of shots, social media and this and that, but I've always had fun along the way, and I've always been really positive about it.
Yeah, for
I've
sure.
always knew since day one, Cottonmouth Kings was gold. It was golden from day one, and that feeling's never left me. And I'm never gonna, just. I've always been the owner of Cottonmouth Kings. Even back in the day on Royal Highness, I've always was like the owner, me and Saint and Brad, and then Saint left, me and Brad owned it, and we owned the whole thing. And like, I've always been an owner / MC / everything. So
yeah,
there was never any plans to throw it away or get rid of it. It was like, it just needed to be repaired the right way.